Hello there, Frisbee fans. Thanks for tuning in to OTB TV's coverage of the PDGA Pro Disc Golf World Championships, powered by Grip 6. We're in Ogden, Utah. It's day 2. I'm Greg Sloan.
And I'm Holyn Handley.
Thank you for joining us, Holyn. We're very excited to have you here in the booth.
Thanks for having me. So cool to be here.
We are gonna break it down. We're gonna dissect this action. We've got another stellar card for you. We have Lindsay Fish, Casey Pennington, Ohn Scoggins, and 5-time world champion herself, Juliana Korver. Oh, and there's a guy that we consider a champion, Mr. Danny Corbett, the guy I call boss. All right, here we are. Shout out to GK Pro for the drone flyover. Hole 1, Holyn. It played as the most difficult hole statistically on day 2 of the World Championships. Day 1 at the Mulligans golf course. What was it like being out here at Mulligans?
Mulligan's very different from the Fort. I mean, you couldn't have two polar opposite courses. In the Fort, we had these tight fairways. Out here, it's open. This wasn't super easy, at least not for my card, but this is where you need a big arm and just placement shots.
Ohn is going to lead the card off here. She lines up
and on this one, there is that pond off on the right. You could try to flex something to get a little extra distance, but I think most of these ladies are just going to play it safe, try to put one in the fairway.
Sand traps playing as hazards here at the golf course. Golf greens playing as OB, along with standard OB rules for water hazards. Players looking to extend up to this tee box area or up to the short first cut of the golf fairway for the ball golfers out there. There we see DGPT coverage, a gallery already gathering here for day 2. You could sense the energy all week long out in Ogden.
For sure.
Now this path was just playing casual, was it not, Holyn?
Really puts that right where you want it. Yeah, that's not OB. Now, if you do somehow go over the net or unfortunate to have your disc slide under it, that is OB.
Yeah, it takes a very unlucky skip to get under that net, but luckily none of these players testing that area off the tee. Ohn lining up her second shot.
Now, you do have a choice on this second shot. You can try to pump one out there and get all the way to the green, or you can lay up as Ohn's doing. The thing you don't want to do is end up in that bunker just short of the pin. Yeah,
we've got 3 par 4s here on the front 9 and a total of 4 on the day here at Mulligans. And starting off with this par 4 right here, the sand trap's definitely creating a difficult green to access. You do have pretty openness on the backside, but of course you have to consider your comeback putt.
For sure. It is a very steep drop off behind that pin.
See Lindsay's upshot there. Juliana got positioned out here to the right and kind of crisscrossing back across the fairway, back up that left side, kind of taking those golf bunkers out of play just a little bit.
Yeah, she's trying to set herself up for a little bit easier approach, have a little bit more hill to help catch her disc so she can tap into par. Showing
no fear, attacking the green straight ahead. And it's a great upshot there.
Casey actually able to give it a little bit of a run there. Just stays out of the bunker.
Yeah, she's lucky she didn't have to roll back there. She's sitting pretty on the green. Lindsay, not quite enough oomph to get it over the crest of the hill there, but again, it's a steep drop off, so you have to play that very carefully.
Juliana just pitching up, don't want to run anything and have a big comebacker this early in the round.
Casey looking for her par, and she can collect it there. Nice putt from Casey. No birdies on the day. Day 2 here.
Lindsay lining up a turbo putt. Probably one of the only FPO I've ever seen who actually does a turbo putt. She nails it.
Yeah, it was definitely exciting to see that come out, and wow, she's very accurate with that turbo putt.
And another deadly putter. Ohn in for her par.
Yeah, you have to be really aggressive to have a look for your 3 on this hole, or you have to bite off a huge amount of distance off of the tee, possibly utilizing a roller.
I think we've got a handful of ladies in the field who can get there, but even if you get enough distance off the tee, you can very easily leave yourself a very long putt for the 3 if you get over this.
Alrighty, we get that one out of the way, and we make our way to hole 2. Definitely a lot of OB to carry here. You see the golf green on the left, water on your right, and straight ahead. Another golf area over there, but that's not OB. You just have to make sure you stay on that peninsula once you get out to the basket.
Yeah, Ohn going hyzer here, trying to knife into the green to avoid drifting long into that OB water.
She gets the green flag from the spotter. Juliana up next. Played as the 3rd easiest hole here on day 2.
Oh, and she just finds that bunker.
And she's not,
Waiting for the flag.
she doesn't look excited, and there, sure enough.
That's the danger with that straight shot is you can be a little scared of going long and end up leaving it short and finding that bunker.
Lindsay sent her hyzer.
Oh, stop rolling.
Needs it to stop.
Oh, perfect.
It stops right on time. She'll be positioned well for her too.
Yeah, she'll be stoked to get up and see where that ended up.
Yeah, you definitely lose track of it once your disc flies over the crest of that hill. Nervousness will turn into excitement. And there's Casey with a nice shot.
Similar shot, not quite the same roll away though. JK to save her par.
Good bid. And even from that position, couldn't even see the basket.
She probably couldn't even see the basket from where she was. I had a putt from, not in the bunker, but from over there. And even though she's about 5'11", you can't quite see over the hill.
Yeah, it certainly didn't look that way the way she charged up the hill to see where it ended up landing. Again, Ohn with a tricky putt here. A little bit of elevation. Not too windy here on day 2.
I was surprised at the lack of wind. Normally, you expect to see wind on a golf course. I'm just thinking off the top.
Wow, solid band hit, but unfortunately that's going to end up not where she wanted it. And we'll see the rest of these players tap out after one more putt from Casey. Taking a knee. Trying to take a little bit of that elevation out of play, maybe.
Yeah, it just opens the shot up a little bit more. You have a little bit more of a gap to hit, so to speak.
Definitely still a lot of pressure there with the water OB behind, and a little bit short. It'll be an easy tap in there. Lindsay, let's see if she busts out the turbo one more time. Oh, she's going to give the fans what they want. She's got her technique down for sure.
You just see a putting contest with Lindsay and Johnny McRae, the master of the turbo.
There can be only one.
The only one.
The Turbo Master.
Everybody else
Or
just
Turbo
cleaning
Lander.
up their pars. No harm, no foul. Moving on.
All right. Moving on to hole 3. Par 3, 320 feet. Again, the field can reach here, attack the green, but you have to watch out for some treacherous OB. You got the sand trap to the right, funneling down on the right side of that green, and a cart path left, marking your left-hand border, I believe.
So the cart path actually is not OB. There is OB water if you're short enough. Really, your only danger is there is potential to, if you skip off of the sidewalk, you can find some OB. Yeah, it's interesting. The cart path actually isn't OB very much on this course. think there's maybe one hole where you have a cart path OB.
You know, the more you know, Holyn. The more you know. All right, Casey.
I'm getting plenty of height, trying to avoid that bunker.
Next up, following Casey, we have Juliana. Following a similar line, she needs this to avoid the bunker as well. And unfortunately, I think she's going to have a similar fate there.
All right, we got Ohn lining up a big jump putt. Just high.
Yeah, she sort of took that strategy of laying up off the tee to avoid some of this hazardous OB.
Looks like Juliana finding the bunker again. But she's got an inside the circle putt to try and save her par.
She has the poise of a 5-time world champ.
And she nailed it.
And she knows she needed that one. Great putt from Juliana. It's just day 2, but every hole is going to count out here.
Casey trying to do the same. Taking her time, making sure her footing's good. Definitely don't want to slip in these sandy bunkers.
Oh, she catches chains, but she's a little left. Unfortunately, that will be a 4 for Casey. Lindsay managed to Velcro there to the side of the hill.
Ooh, yeah, that's kind of a 50-50 there. Sometimes it'll catch, but oftentimes you can end up right in the bunker where her card mates were.
Leaves her at about basket height. Pauses. Oh, it's a little high that time. Maybe a little nose up, Holyn. Just sailed on her.
Yeah, maybe, but I mean, personally, I prefer to miss high than low. So at least he gave it a chance.
Exactly. Had a chance to go in, and again, this cart path not out of bounds, so she'll putt from there.
Very nice. Cleans up her par. No harm done.
All right, Sloan here is positioned under that pine tree after Casey will take her putt, but I don't think it should affect her stance too much. Not a lot of trees out here at Mulligans. Again, plenty of OB area. Trees shaping the holes just enough. But for the most part, fairly attackable greens. And we're off to hole 4 here on day 2. Here's another GK Pro flyover. This one's 379 feet. It is the 13th most difficult here on day 2. Let's see how the action shakes down. Played right around par. Lindsay will lead things off.
Yep. Lindsay just playing it safe, out to the right side, not messing with that OB water. And just like on the previous hole, that sidewalk is not OB. We got Ohn keeping it nice and low. Again, just playing for position. She knows she's not getting there in one, so she's just putting herself where she can have a nice, easy upshot.
Playing for par, but again, that might be gaining strokes on most of the field here. Juliana, a little turned over, and she'll be in a similar area to Lindsay. Tee box for the next hole. Casey up next. Nice drive up the middle. Similar line to Ohn there, and she's in a great position for her second shot. Okay. Ohn should be able to get up and down for her par there. Casey can give it a half bid. Nice.
Ooh, sit down.
And from that angle, you have the land bridge behind the basket, so you can definitely give it a little more of a go.
Yeah, I like Lindsay's play here. She's pin high. She can get aggressive. She has that land bridge, just like you said, but looks like she might have trickled into the water anyway.
Yeah, she could have used a little more land bridge there, I think. And she finds a wet disc at the end of that throw.
JK with the perfect upshot.
Keeping it low, keeping it safe, no danger there. She's going to walk away with her 3. This is a big putt here for Lindsay. It's a save or bogey.
Oh, just low.
Yeah.
So it looks like for those longer putts, she prefers to go to more of a push putt.
Mm-hmm.
And save the turbo for inside the circle. See Casey with a little bit of work left.
Little straddle, and she's in there. Nice putt, Casey.
Nice putt, Casey. Ohn's in for her par.
And easy par there for Juliana. And again, the slightly aggressive play there on the second shot from Lindsay will result in a bogey, or actually a double bogey.
Yeah, you really got to be careful on this course about how aggressive you want to get near the water.
All right. Shall we try out another par 4? Let's.
Absolutely.
It's hole
Let's
5. It's 567 feet. You've got water running up the left side of the fairway as you approach the green. Normal OB for the property fence on the right if you really get turned over, but for the most part, just going to navigate down the fairway and then trying to avoid that water on your upshot.
Ooh, no one's getting a little close to those bunkers. Nah, she's fine. She's in the middle of the fairway. You're really looking to bite off just a bit of distance off the tee, give yourself a nice slow disc approach into the green. These ladies are definitely looking to score here.
Juliana with a big rip, and again, pushing that left side of the fairway, but she'll be fine. Plenty of room there away from the water's edge. See what Casey can do. Sends it a little low, and
A little bit. She scoots up there.
again, not a super long par 4. She'll be able to recover as long as she doesn't make a mistake.
Ooh, I need to get down.
Lindsay following that similar line to Juliana, and they'll have a little bit of a party over there as their discs nestle together.
See Casey having to go driver again. Ideally, your upshot, you're throwing something a little slower to minimize the ground plate. You do have to put it pretty close to the
She
water.
wants this to get down. We're going to have to see what marking we get from the spotter as he scurries over. Oh, no. It's a red flag for Casey there. And that's what you're talking about. She was a little bit short on distance off the tee, so she wanted to make it up, and it cost her, unfortunately.
The other option, if you want to go drivers, do like Ohn here. Just leave it nice and wide, play the skip, and she absolutely pins it.
Just play the 30-foot skip perfectly and put it right next to the pin, just like she drew it up.
No, just like she drew it up.
Great shot from
Here's
Ohn.
JK. There's Juliana coming in, probably with a JK AVR.
Wow.
Shoots right up.
Great shot there. Nice and straight. Super accurate from JK.
I know that this is a lot of ladies' first tournaments.
So many new female players.
Bigger women's divisions, more women's divisions. We're all coming out here to do it together, and that's what's pretty cool. The sport's just growing, and it's exciting to see.
Lindsay getting a chance to see those 2 shots approach the green, and she finds herself on the edge of circle 1.
Yeah, playing it super safe. Not interested in that water at all.
And we need that to get down for Casey. Oh, it does. Yeah. You really want to give it a bid there. But as you can see on a few of these holes at Mulligans, you can find water from multiple angles as you approach the basket.
Lindsay going on that push putt again. Nice thing about the push putt on a hole like this is you don't have to worry about the water you're staring at. Keep it close to the pin in case you miss.
Exactly.
Good comebacker from Casey.
Good concentration there from Casey. Don't want to hemorrhage any more strokes here after she already had the OB to deal with. See Juliana utilizing that cooling towel. It was steamy out here on day 2. Again, a little wind may have been a relief at a certain point. But I know the guys were not feeling that later in the week.
Yeah, it was a toasty week for sure.
There we see that turbo. No problem there for Lindsay. Extra style points. And a casual toss.
Ohn just absolutely parked. That's what you want.
She made short work of that one. Great hole for Ohn. And we're off. Let's go again. Let's do some more holes. Let's do hole 6.
The island hole. So we got an island about the size of the circle. You're looking to stick one as close to the pin as possible. Very easy if you're going the backhand line to go long. So you're looking at a controlled shot. There is also a sidearm line if you want to spike something in around that tree to the left side.
Ohn looking to follow up that birdie on hole 5.
Yeah, keeping it nice and low, playing the skip into the hill. Nice shot.
Yeah, you can really let it fly as long as you keep it low here, and the disc will drive into that hill, and we've seen the shot slide up to the basket.
Yeah, and you can see Juliana did a good job of keeping it low, a foot higher, and that probably would have sailed OB.
A little bit of a higher route there from Lindsay, but whoa!
Just
another
kidding,
park job.
Yeah, she's playing a little bit more of a spike.
Oh, look at that wrist. Just locked
green
perfectly. Great hyzer shot here. And boom, she pins it. That's what we like to see here on OTB TV. Great shot from Lindsay. Casey taking this direct line. And our players are making this hole look easy.
It's funny, this is a hole that you park with any disc in your bag during practice, but then suddenly you get out there in a tournament, and you know most of the field's going to birdie it, and it has a little bit of extra pressure almost.
Played as the second most easy hole here on day 2, and Juliana.
Oh, sit down.
A little bit of a roll away there as she's low on the basket, and it trickles down the hill. And I think she'll be next up, trying to save her par. She clears that with the rest of the card. Steep green here. Nice putt from Juliana. We see the rest of our players parked here, looking for their 2s. Ohn's up first. Bang.
Cash money.
Back-to-back birdies.
In for the 2.
For Ohn, and she's now 2 down here on the front 9 for day 2 of the World Championships. Casey follows suit with her birdie. And again, much like Haley King on day 1 at the fort, Lindsay just has to be careful that she doesn't hit her head on the basket. Dropping that one in.
Yeah, that's exactly the shot you want on this hole.
Don't have to think about that one after it leaves your hand. We go to hole 7. Again, one of our longer holes. It's a par 4, or actually it's a longer par 3, I should say. 441 feet. Plays the 7th most difficult here on day 2.
Yeah, probably only a handful of ladies who might be trying to look for a birdie on this hole. It is far. The Ohn just putting a stock hyzer out there, playing it for 3.
Lindsay up next. Nice flat release there. Wants to avoid the bunker, but gets a nice push up the fairway.
This is a great shot. It looks like she's just outside circle 2. Might be able to give that one a little bit of a run.
She had to be pushing about 380 on that drive.
Here's Casey. Also trying to bite off the distance. Oh, slow down. I think she was safe.
Juliana up next. Again, a lot of fairway to work with here. You've got the water on the left and that golf green, which is a little far up. But we do have that one bunker.
Just caught the edge of it. It was hard to see, but maybe she's got just the one of the disc out. We'll see what's up there. Ohn again, just playing the nice wide driver approach. Puts it real close.
She is carving up the Mulligans course right now.
It is definitely shreddable. You know, you stay with team, you avoid the OP, you pick up birdies where you can. You can definitely put up a good score on this.
Yeah, I believe she did take the OB stroke there from the bunker, unfortunately. Casey on the left side, here all the way on the left side of that hazard green.
Yeah, the bummer about the side is it is a blind shot if you get stuck over there.
Lindsay can give it a run from her spot.
I mean, if you get as far as she was, you can't give it a run because there is that hill behind the pin to kind of catch your disc if you go sailing past. Oh, Julia. That's a little high right.
Yeah. Here we see the turbo coming back out from Lindsay. As you can see, the heavy equipment was present all day at Mulligans. Definitely offered its fair amount of distractions, the low rumble of industrial work happening.
Yeah, definitely, especially if it starts backing up right when you're wanting to putt. Takes next level concentration.
Absolutely.
She's in for her 3.
Nice par there for Casey. Ohn will tap out. And Juliana, unfortunately, again, found that bunker. This is a long one to make up your par save, and yeah, she'll be looking at a double bogey here.
Right, looking to shake that one off. Moving on to hole 8. Got about 380 feet or so. Most of these ladies will probably be going the hyzer route. There is a straight at it route, but if you hyzer out early, there is water off to the left that comes into play pretty quick. We've got bunkers short of the green. We got a golf green off to the right. OB everywhere.
After all that,
flexes one.
Would you believe that it plays the second most difficult hole here on day 2?
Oh, I'd believe it. All right.
Only a 4%
you can see there on the
rate.
hill. If you can throw a perfect drive and end up in the circle and still be in a bunker.
Absolutely true.
And I guess it's not a perfect drive if you're in a bunker, is it?
Nearly perfect.
And then Lindsay's going that low hyzer line I was mentioning. It's not a play for the 2, but it is a very safe play for the 3. She'll just have a little putter approach up to the top of the hill for her 3.
Again, from the tee pad, it's hard to see all that early OB, which, again, none of these players are really dealing with, but up closer to the basket area, it's very easy to find the penalty stroke. Juliana will be trying to push up to that landing area.
Yep. Ooh, grunt from Juliana.
All right.
Got to move on this one. Ended up in that safe landing zone just short of the hill. Should be an easy JK AVR from there.
Ohn with a little bit of a longer approach. Again, she knows her range. She's so good at these fairway shots. Wants that to check up.
Sit down.
She gets the perfect corkscrew curl there as the disc comes to rest at the top of the hill. Here comes Casey.
Ooh, she's giving that a run a little bit, I think.
Nice little bid.
I don't know if she meant to do that. She's laughing at herself down there.
It's one of those ones you kind of just want to lay it up safe, and it just turns out better than you expected.
Yep.
Lindsay should have an easy 3. Let's see how aggressive Juliana gets here. Again, another pot bunker on the opposite side of this mound. And she does the smart thing. Keeps it low. Keeps it safe.
Yeah, there is a little bit of a headwind if you're on the short side of the hill, I discovered. If you putt just a little too high, it can carry it off to 40, 50 feet on the other side, and then you have a tailwind putt coming back.
And the rest of the card will tap out.
Okay.
One more turbo putt here
Boom.
from Lindsay Fish. You love to see it. And we'll go to the last hole, hole 9, here on the front 9. One more GK Pro drone flyover. Shout out to GK Pro. Make sure you check out those OTB skins matches coming out weekly. Shout out to our boy Luke. We got hole 10. It was the easiest hole on the day, 590 feet, 41% birdie rate.
Yeah, another nice short par 4. There is a bunker that's about, 10 feet from the green, so you want to get some distance off the tee and then throw a nice touchy approach.
Certainly demoralizing to make your way down
Avoiding
this
that bunker.
long fairway and then end up in a bunker.
So generally, it's a pretty short putt. Clean up your par if you are unfortunate enough to find out.
Lindsay looking for the full flex here off the tee, and she gets it. Nice drive there.
Great spot. Yeah, being out on this right side, you avoid having to mess with the trees on that second shot.
See, getting a
Although
nice
some
skip.
people do play off and have a sidearm.
Again, similar line from JK here. Flexing turnover. Looking for that max distance and a nice skip off of the manicured fairway here at Mulligans.
Yeah, everyone electing to hit on that right side, you still have the backhand hyzer into the green.
Ohn end up on the left side of the fairway, so she'll have a slightly different angle to attack. But wow. Again, very accurate, and she's right there in the center of circle 1.
Ooh, that looks like it came out just a little bit earlier than she wanted. She'll be in circle 2, putting right here.
We see Lindsay and Juliana's discs. Lindsay up first. Again, she's got to avoid these bunkers. And just high enough, and wow, again, great approach there from Lindsay. Let's see what Juliana can do. It's low, but it's left, so it'll avoid the sand trap. Should be just outside circle 1. Casey, again, that sand trap threatening behind. She's very accurate with her distance.
She just gave that one a soft bid, not trying to tempt fate and throw into the bunker.
Juliana's attempt. Just left.
Had the height.
Definitely had the energy to get into the chains, but just slightly off. Ohn with a nice putt. Slightly fluttered, but it doesn't matter because it ends up in the bottom of the bucket.
Yeah, I've played a lot with Ohn, and I know if it's inside of 40 feet, you can count it.
Very accurate with her short game, very accurate on the putting green. Ohn Scoggins has come out and put up a nice score here on day 2, 3 down on the front 9. Lindsay lining up that patented turbo putt. Bang.
Buttery.
So good. What a nice birdie there for Lindsay.
Casey and Juliana will just clean up their pars, move on to the back 9.
And Holyn, I think that's what we're going to do as well.
I think it is.
That wraps up the front nine here from Mulligans. Day 2, the Professional World Disc Golf Championships, presented by Grip 6 and the PDGA. We had Holyn Handley with us. We're very excited about that. Thank you, Holyn.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Catch you guys on the back.
I'm Greggy Biscuits. We're going to go get things set up for the back nine. Do stay tuned with us, won't you? You're watching OTB TV.